speaking of assholes, sir, the interview, I believe it was in Maxim.
Oh, we can finally get into that. That's right. We can do that over there.
Holy shit. You did an interview where it was about your hemorrhoid.
Oh yeah.
And I had,
No, what I did was I wrote a blog about it, and it ran in Arena. They just republished the blog.
Okay.
And I did the anal fissure story.
The talk about the hemorrhoid, I'd read like years ago National Lampoon, and I used to get to the point where I'd have to shut it because I was laughing too hard and couldn't breathe.
Right.
Same thing happened reading the hemorrhoid thing.
Thank you.
It's so heinous and disgusting and hysterically funny.
It's bad. How old is everyone? How old are you?
Yeah, like 40, 44, 45.
Well, normally I tell this little joke at parties. They say, how old are you? I say 29 again. The whole place laughs. I'm 38 today.
38 today. And, I mean, I don't know if anyone else has problems shitting lately, but it's just not as easy as, I'm telling you, the cure is...
Once every 3 days.
It's fucking simple, sir. Metamucil.
Really?
Have you ever had Metamucil?
Are you at that point?
Yes, and it makes me feel like I went to the proctologist for the first time in my life when I had the anal fissure thing going on. And the proctologist like, just do 2 spoonfuls of Metamucil every morning. I'm like, that's a granny fucking thing to do, dude. Like,
right.
But it's amazing.
It works.
It is astounding.
Does it make your logs all soupy and stuff?
It's not soupy, but it's like basically the doctor was like, it'll give your shit the consistency of Play-Doh. I'm like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
Play-Doh.
Yeah,
but
your
it
shit
comes out
barely
smooth,
is
man.
holding together.
Moist, where if you really listen, it makes almost that snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispie sound coming out.
As it comes out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It is the smoothest, easiest shit I've ever done in my life.
You ever get a colonic?
I have gotten
That helps your logs
That's
too
great.
because it fucking cleans out the pipes, and next thing you know, you got fucking perfect. They're supposed to, and I read this, be the consistency of toothpaste and the length of a banana, and it's supposed to slip into the water and just gently sink to the bottom. I'm telling you, I read that. That's what a fucking healthy log does.
To be,
like a snake,
Yeah.
a moray eel poking out of your toilet bowl.
When I
With a
smoked,
little curvature in it.
with a little, of course.
it's got
It's not gonna
curvature.
come out straight. Fucking.
Now wait, but does it Metamucil? Is it like a laxative? Like, will it just hit you?
Well,
and all
what
of
it
a
does
sudden-
is it does both things. It binds you up. It doesn't bind you up in as much as you can't shit, but it makes your shit kind of stick together. And it also
nothing worse
is something of a laxative.
sitting there trying to dump out a box of milk duds.
Yeah,
Totally.
You're listening
Oh,
to senior
just
radio
annoying.
now.
Totally, like rabbit shit by rabbit
Yeah,
shit.
bang, bang. And you know there's more up there, but it ain't coming out.
The fucking worst is when I have a massage girl coming over, and they always work on your asshole, so I try to squeeze a shit out first.
What kind of massage girl works on the asshole?
The fucking ones on Craigslist. The
Yeah,
only
the
ones
ones he
worth
gets
seeing.
coming over his house.
The rest of them are just fucking annoying, too touchy-feely cock teases. But the worst is when you can't fucking get a log out, and you gotta fucking like break it off and wipe, and there's still a pound left, and you know it's gonna stink when she opens your cheeks. It's the truth, dude. I'm
You don't
showering.
towel-
So wait
You
a
don't
second, go
towel
back
your
to this. So you get a massage, and
Yes,
they do the
sir.
full body massage,
Yeah.
and take it right to that muscle as well.
Yeah.
God, that is
She
genius.
massages
I've always felt
your
like
sphincter?
it's
Well, they
a
rub it.
muscle.
Yeah.
What better place to massage?
That's the only thing that they could fucking save themselves 50 minutes of work with me. Tease the asshole, jerk me off, and go. I'll never go, hey, you forgot the shoulders.
Your mom can do your shoulders.
Absolutely. Or the asshole if she so chooses.
Tease the asshole.
In that same blog, you talk about how you had a rip in your ass, and the only way to really see if it was bad was to spread your cheeks and ask your wife.
So I had to finally break down and be like, and I've never, like, my wife hasn't even seen me with my fucking shirt off in 8 years together.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, who needs her to see those fucking man tits? And she's like, I married you. I should trade up, you know? You don't have that much money. So I finally said, I was like, this is killing me. I was in pain, dude. I was crying. It hurt so much.
Wow.
Because you figure out pretty quickly that little fucking ring of muscle is the fulcrum to your entire body. No matter what movement you make, it reverberates there for some reason. So you raise
everything
your
goes
arm,
there. You're going to feel
fucking
it.
Killed.
And
So I
there's
was
a
like,
billion nerve endings just sitting there waiting.
it's nuts. So I was like, you got to take a peek at it. And she was like, you sure? And I was like, I don't know what else to do. Just because it felt like in my mind's eye, I was just like, this thing is just shred open. And she's looking at it. She's like, I can't see anything really. Except that I don't want to be with you anymore. And you just know the next time we were fucking, all she could see was that fucking like brown eye covered by a fucking flab and having to pull that shit aside and the hair in my asshole. You know, she was just sitting there like fucking, I got to think of fucking Ben Affleck or anything else except fucking his sphincter.
People get too comfortable, I think, in relationships, and it does.
That's
It will
love,
take
though.
away.
That's fucking love.
If you get past that,
Right.
that is love.
Totally.
And I guess that's the way to find out if it's love.
That's the moment right
because
there.
can't take a shit in front of. I've never been able to take a shit
No.
in front of girlfriends.
Yeah, I'm not
I
that
don't
guy
want
either.
girls being like, I've held it in till like a girl has left or
Right.
something,
Yep.
where I won't shit in the house just so the
waft.
smell won't come out.
Right.
One of those things. But there are people that just,
And yet I'll fart. in
hey,
front of her
hey,
like
she's
crazy.
taking a dump. Hey, spread open your legs. I got piss. Piss in between legs, or she's
Oh.
taking a shit. It's like,
Bonnie was fingering my ass and felt the hemorrhoid, like she, like.
and brings it up
Huh?
and brought it up.
I
She
mean,
said, I
'cause
feel
it's,
something
when
in it.
you feel so, because
She felt the speed bump.
Oh.
It's like, and then you don't know you haven't, but you take a shit, and all of a sudden you look, and there's blood all in the.
Yes.
In the
Yeah.
bowl.
What the hell are you doing?
That
No,
was-
there's
Really?
two
That
different-
bad?
There's two
Yeah.
different kinds of blood. If you got
Yeah.
dark red, that's like an internal problem.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
it's
I've
like
heard
kinda
that, right?
light
That's
red,
bad. If
It's just the top. It's
If
not
it's
a
worked
big
its
deal.
way through the system, it's turned
That's
brown.
where it's like, yeah, that totally.
and then if it's
black
just your
blood thing.
asshole, it's just gonna be,
There's nothing more scary
vampire bite red.
There's nothing more scary than looking in the bowl and seeing blood.
Totally.
And you're like, I'm fucking dying.
Yeah.
I'm fucking dying. I had a camera put in my ass, the whole thing, man.
Oh, they did
Still
the
there?
endoscopic
That's right.
where that went up.
It's a
and went-
Polaroid.
Still there.
He kicked me out of the van.
Panaflex.
I got an observation here, by the way. We got the guys from Clerks 2,
Yes.
and the guy that's usually very silent in the films is doing all the talking. And Jason is the silent one today.
how it
Are
is.
you just taking it all in, Jason?
That's how it is in real life.
What's your observation? What are you thinking? This is a pretty crazy radio show.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about when I used to I had hemorrhoids constantly when I was doing dope because you get constipated, so it's no big thing.
Yeah.
This guy's crying. I lived with a hemorrhoid for 8 years straight.
Why don't you? How come you don't shit when you're on dope?
Cause
You get bound up.
yeah, because I think because your muscles are so relaxed, so you're not really.
Coke doesn't do
Yeah.
that though.
No,
Coke,
Coke's
you
the
shit
opposite.
the
No.
second you're
Oh, yeah.
fucking.
Makes you shit.
You're just
Yeah, but
shitting.
painkillers
No,
and
that's
dope
laxative
just
and
you
Yeah.
get constipated. Feeling your shit like once a week, and it's like a baseball. You're holding on to the towel rack. It's no
towel
fun.
rack.
It's no fun.
Old John Wayne colon.
So I don't know what this guy's talking about. A little cut in his bunghole.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
thinks your
crying.
story is cute there, Kevin.
I read in
It's like I've been through pain, sir.
I read a little bit about you though with having some kind of crabs or something that you got from some chick, and
No, never crabs, sir.
what was it? It was some kind of parasite, I think, and Kevin was commenting. Did you tell the girl or
No, I don't.
it was something?
Where
It's
was
probably
where-
another thing
Maybe it was
Kevin
Gene
tells. You know, I
Shalit's,
tell
mustache
Kevin
or-
some private shit, and he
Joel-
tells everyone in front of 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Why is that a bad thing? Why is that a
Q&A,
bad
and then
thing,
it's in
sir?
the you know.
Yeah,
it's not,
I
you know,
I
whatever.
just had read because there's a lot of stuff
It's
out there about
fine,
you
but
guys, whether
I
it's
don't-
true or
I
not.
never
But
had any.
you never had any
dirty
itchies
business.
or nothing.
How about this? Going with that, what's the craziest question you guys? Not the craziest thing you heard you did that you didn't on the internet or something.
I once read that I was working on a Superman script like 10 years ago, and I read a story where I was maintaining, after I wrote the script, that I wanted to be in the movie and play Superman. I showed up at Warner Brothers wearing a Superman costume.
I remember that.
And I was just like,
that's
what?
not true. Gee.
I mean, I don't even know where to begin. What part of that story is not true? Like, what weird world would I ever want to be, like, in the movie as Superman? As anybody, you know, really.
Yeah.
It was that was a strange thing.
And then to go to the extent of getting a costume and putting it on.
and showing up. with
'Cause you
my
always hear those
fucking
stupid
gut
stories.
hanging out of the blue suit and over the belt, and
Yeah.
So you'd have to get yourself in
Be
shape.
like Superman in front of the Chinese theater and shit.
that dude, the fucking
Oh, that guy.
Superman. Have you guys been out to Hollywood? Right?
Yeah, those guys.
It's
near,
insane now. Everybody like hawking.
It's because anybody could do it. Like I used to
Yeah.
think it was kind of some licensed thing, and that the Grauman's Chinese Theater hired them. But no, people just show
and
up.
they're real territorial about it.
Very. They get tight, man.
Like
You
one
can't have
guy will
two
be
Superman there. at
Superman, yeah, and he'll kick the shit out of another Superman
Yep.
if he comes over there.
That would be awesome. Watch it. That'd be
once. It'd be like
awesome.
watching Superman. What was that? Superman 3 when he fought himself. And Richard Pryor was there.
And apparently there's this big Elmo, that
Yes.
black guy
Dirty
is in the
Elmo.
costume. He's filthy Elmo. He just stinks.
The scariest thing. And then every once in a while, you'll see him, like, it gets really hot. The dude takes off his head, and he's sitting there, Elmo body, human head.
Yeah, human head.
Confusing every child. Like, they don't know which one they're more distressed by. When he's filthy with the dirty T-shirt and the dirty red hair, or when he takes his fucking hat off and it's a dude underneath.
Do you think it smells
stinks.
inside that mask?
Oh,
Gotta, man.
he stinks. And why haven't people come after those people, like licensing? You would think they
No,
would just...
you would imagine, but like some of them are just close enough. Like Elmo is not like the official Elmo. It's like some guy,
Homo.
a blind dude, put it together. Homo.
a slight difference.
But
It
those
blows
dudes
you.
collect. It's like $10 a shot. $10 a shot to get.
Yeah,
that.
to get a picture with him.
20 to fuck Elmo in the mouth.
Jason,
Well,
what about
worth
you?
it.
What was the craziest thing you read about yourself that wasn't true?
Nothing.
That I died.
True.
The-
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it doesn't, I
That
forgot
one.
about that.
That is
yeah.
pretty crazy
I
if
think
you're not
twice,
dead.
Twice it was in the papers that I was dead.
That you were dead. How is that to read? Jesus.
You know, I didn't read it. People were telling me though. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty weird.
That's
kinda
I
cool,
thought you were
actually.
dead.
How fucking great is that, man? You get all the sympathy, like, oh, we thought you were gone. No, appreciate me now.
You come back and now people
I'm
can
still
appreciate
alive.
you,
Give me
right.
dope. Free dope.
No, but I'm working on it. Shit, man.
How long you been off?
3 years. A
Fucking
little over
great.
3 years, like 3 years, 3 months.
Damn.
Nice.
Wow. Did it go quick for you? Because it seemed to go quick for me. I'm thinking you were just not for me because I don't
thought I
do
was
drugs.
dead
but-
last week
Yeah, I
and
thought you were
shit.
dead. No, I thought you were still. I thought it was about a year. But wow,
That's 3 years.
that's pretty good.
Fuck. Nice.
Look at these two.
I know.
How long,
20
Voss?
20 years.
20 years.
20 years of what? What
Voss
was it?
used to
Cleaning
suck such a
stuff,
mean
everything.
cock for
Crack.
crack.
That's right.
Crack and
Oh.
everything.
Who's
But-
smoke-
This guy had sucked such great
no,
cock.
I never sucked a dick for crack. I did it for pleasure. Go fuck yourself.
fucking
Don't
angry.
mix it up.
He would never sully a good cocksucking with drugs.
All right?
Oh, shit.
20. I got 3 off of gambling and a fucking month and 2 days off of cigarettes, which is tougher than all of them.
Yeah, that's a tough
It's
one.
a fucking nightmare.
Nice.
What was the
Shoot your
gambling? What
gum.
was your poison?
Craps. Like anybody. Same with freebase.
God, what's left? You gave up the drugs. You
Well-
gave up gambling, and cigarettes, but no booze. What do you do for fun?
Fucking golf and buy clothes. I'm a
He
fucking
just said
faggot.
sucking dick.
I missed that part.
Darth Vader hair. Let me tell you something.
There is a
First of
point
all-
where you need a vice, though. You know.
Well, crack. Because like when you gamble, like crack. Once you start smoking freebase and you watch somebody snort it, you're going, you're fucking wasting it.
Right.
Same with shooting craps. If you see somebody playing blackjack, what the fuck? Why gamble is such a boring thing? Shoot craps,
Right.
shoot the load quick, and fucking have some excitement. I mean, get high. If you're gonna get high, get fucking high. Don't be a
Yeah, you don't
pussy.
understand sitting there for hours pacing yourself.
What's
to
the-
play
wait, what
the
is
game.
the- I'm
for the
not
enjoyment
I'm not
of the
a
game.
drug guy, so the idea of freebasing is better than snorting it.
Oh yeah, so
Really?
it's like reading a book backwards. It's like the freebase is like fucking. It's that
Yeah.
boom, bam, right there.
Yeah,
It's
right
like-
there,
it's
and
a
then you
rush.
spend the rest of the night trying to find that first hit,
Oh,
which never ever comes.
What you got to do is just double up your next hit.
Oh, is that? I can just
all of our
picture
palms
you.
are sweating.
When you said Worcester when we're doing a show in Worcester, I picked a girl up in
Worcester.
Worcester.
Where, Rich?
Worcester,
Worcester,
Mass. You
whatever.
fucking speak Worcester than anyone I've ever heard. Horrible.
Worcester.
I was working when you said we're doing the tour there.
And where?
And up
Where
in
is it?
Mass, up
Where?
in fucking
Mass.
Worcester, whatever it's called. What the fuck do I know?
Worcester.
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 Or Worcester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked a place at Plums, and I picked up a waitress. We drove back to New York from there, and I copped $500 worth of coke, sat in a shitty hotel room, fucked her, and smoked coke all night, and drove back up to Boston broke to do one more night. That's how powerful. I mean, you would do...
The glory.
Yeah.
The glory of it
I
all.
always thought smoking was a waste when you could shoot it.
He goes one better.
He just
He's
trumps
like,
you.
you son of a pussy.
Hardcore your ass.
Here's the thing.
So wait, the feeling of shooting it is even better than smoking it?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, sir, come on.
Right into.
Imagine.
Did you ever? So right into the veins. Did you ever
My
do
bunghole, too.
I was gonna say, did you ever do the rectal thing?
I did.
You shot in your asshole?
Who did it for? Did
Fucking
you do it
trooper.
yourself or have somebody do it for you?
Jose Canseco came over.
I did myself.
Did you by yourself? Why? Are you just afraid to show people your bung or no? Don't
No.
trust them enough.
You want to know those three?
I do.
Because the point broke off my syringe, and I already had it loaded. So I didn't,
Holy
It
shit!
was-
Wait a minute. So the point breaks off, so you can't
So you can't
get
put
it
in your
into a vein.
Yeah.
Right.
So and I didn't.
There's a
only have-
contingency plan for that? I never knew.
Backup.
There's a backup plan for that?
Oh yeah.
Up the ass?
Up the bung piece.
So wait, so you're not injecting it into the ring. You're sticking it in your ass and just letting
Right
the
in your
liquid
ass.
fly.
Let it sit in your intestine? So
Doesn't
Yeah,
leak
'cause
out
it's
or
the
anything?
open.
Well, you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
you gotta hang upside down.
That shit like a champ.
So you gotta hope and hope that the blood vessel in your lower
Yeah.
intestine like absorb it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you think banging it is a quicker rush than
Smoking?
I don't know. I'm not. Listen,
yeah.
I not at all am I glorifying any of this shit. Don't get me. I'm just.
Yes, you are. You
No,
the
I-
junkie.
I don't know that one hotel night with the
That
chick
sounded
you picked
fun.
up. Yeah, I was like, wow, what a night.
That sounded
Oh,
fun.
fucking
Yeah.
great.
You got
And there was
laid,
not
you
one
laugh.
there was not
Until-
one bad thing
wait,
that
no.
came out of
No,
that.
I was like, and then
Wait,
you
no.
went back to work.
No,
What's
no,
the
wait a
problem?
second.
Yeah, he was actually responsible enough to drive and finish his gig.
You had it all. What were you doing?
Sounds like a fun trip.
You're driving back to Boston from here. You live here, but you got to drive back there. Your nose
What is that?
bleeding.
6-hour drive or?
I don't know, 4.5. It was just horrible.
Were you depressed
Then we
driving
go
back?
we went into like Hartford and we tried to cop some heroin and coke and
See,
we
that's
get
what I
ripped
imagine with the
off.
problem. The problem is like trying to score. Like that seems to be the. I mean, of course,
When
there's
you're gonna get
so
yourself
many
in the most
downsides,
trouble,
but
yeah.
It's the hunt that I think would bug me.
Well, that's the excitement too. Is going to comp. I mean, that's part of the excitement.
Really?
Yeah, we had a see this girl too. Like I met, she goes, and this I was a drug addict then. She goes, I want to buy an ounce of coke, my sister, and I was going to get the money, and obviously I would have ripped her off, right?
Of course, that's
That's
what you
what
do.
you do
Would've
as a
occurred to
drug
me.
addict.
I know. It goes
I
without
would have ripped
saying.
her. I would have ripped her off. But 4 years later, thank God I didn't. I'm working the club in Florida, and she's there with her boyfriend, who's as big as a house.
Oh, Jesus.
So if I would have ripped her off, I would have got fucking killed.
4
But
years
that's all you
later?
think about is just, just.
You
whatever.
got ripped off, didn't you?
Yeah, a few times.
More than once.
At gunpoint, or they
Rhode
just
Island.
took off.
No, they just took it. There's in the hallway in Newark. Yeah, a
No
few
honor,
times.
man.
I
No fucking
Knife.
honor.
I was about to get fucked
Knife?
up one time.
Yeah, knife too.
Knife.
Good lord.
I was in the projects in New Brunswick. I was actually getting crack, and I was I was so drunk, and I fucking walk into the projects, and I go up the steps. The guy goes, "Come up here." So he was gonna take me up. Into
Oh,
the,
good idea.
I was
yeah, that's-
so dumb, and we're on the landing way, and this guy Rodney, I knew, who lived in the projects, walked in and said hello to me, and we talked. He goes, "Nah, don't go up there, man. Take care of him right here." So Rodney knew it was about to happen. Maybe he was going to give me a special deal.
the discounts are all upstairs.
When
here
you
in the
hear
dark.
stories like this, don't you just feel like, man, I've lived a really
That is
sheltered
some-
life?
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
kidding.
Like I used to think I was edgy, and then you hear shit like that, I'm like,
This-
man.
I was always too afraid of jail to do anything that was really bad. You know, stupid stuff with knocking down mailboxes with your car or shit like that. But I heard stories of like, you know, hey, you want to take the car in? I got to pick up a kilo in the city and get, it's like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Get caught with a kilo of fucking coke under my car seat. All I'm thinking is, you know, oh, there I am sucking big black cock in prison. That's the first thing
Why
that
has it
comes to
got
your
to be
mind.
about black?
Exactly.
It's prison.
Cock.
Because there's only one thing worse than sucking white cock. I don't think we'll get anyone denying that.
That's hilarious.
It's just kept me out of, trouble, and that kept me from doing that shit.
I wrote a bit on this. This is true. I pulled up in Harlem, and I go to this guy, what do you got? And he showed me like 5 vials, and I snatched them out of his hand. He punched me twice in the face. He went, bam, bam, right. I'm all fucked. So I drive away. I go, let me get the fuck out of here. You know, I'm in Harlem, and I'm
Gee,
getting
you're
punched.
sharp. Yeah.
So I'm not lying. I'm banging on cars, and I got the 5 vials in my hand, or 3, and I throw in the pipe, and it was soap, right?
Oh, Jesus.
He's hitting me in the face for ripping him off for fucking soap, right? So I
Now
pull,
you're pissed that you got hit.
I pull back on him. You don't rip when I'm ripping you. You know what I mean? He hit me over it's soap, you fucking douchebag.
I don't know what part of that story is more horrible.
Yeah.
And also I just sit there going, all right, it's me, and I put myself in boss's shoes, and I'm just like, the dude punches me in the face once,
Yeah.
and that's it. I don't drive away. I pass out.
You're done. You're
I pass
knocked
out
out.
before the fist hits me. I see
Yeah.
it coming, and my nerve ending shut down.
I've never been one for
I go into
getting
complete
hit.
physical shock.
my buddy Mike was a bodybuilder who I got sober with, and he eventually relapsed heart attack and was dead. But was getting high one time in Harlem.
wonderful.
But he was in Harlem. Because I didn't know him when he was active, and he's a big little fucker, man. He was a stocked.
Big little fucker.
I mean, short but
Right.
fucking. He was a problem. And he went up into Harlem and he was fucking getting high. And he said he came out and his car was on blocks. And he just fucking broke down and cried. And a hooker helped him. A prostitute actually helped him.
I try to sell my friend's car. When he lent me his car, I go.
You were really, really.
Yeah,
wrong.
you
I got the radio. I got the
were
radio
in
out.
deep.
Oh, we got out of the car. I went up there with comics, Keith Barron, some guy, and I get out of the car. There's no lie. There's a guy chasing another guy around the car with a butcher knife. And so the guy goes, "Don't get out of the car." I go, "He's not fucking after me." That's another thing going on. I walk by and I go, "What's happening?" And I had the keys to the front doors in places there. I mean, it was just, it was so fucking crazy. We took David Spade hostage. When he first came to New York, when he was a convict from Arizona, he's this little white kid. He's doing props. So we're doing a gig, me and Frankie Bastille, right? Frankie's a heroin addict and I'm a crack addict. So we're driving, and David Spade is coming with us to this gig. And on the way back from Jersey, we say to him, "Hey, look, we got to make a couple stops." And he's this little timid guy then. And I go, "Look, I got to go up and see my sister, and she lives uptown." So I go to cop crack up in like 158th and whatever, I used on 57th, right? And this guy's frightened. He's from Arizona. Then Frankie goes to the Lower East Side, right? And he's like, "Can you drop me off?" And we go, "Hey, we got shit to do." I'm driving. I'm driving. He's sitting in the front seat, and Frankie's in the back banging dope, right? He's going, "Look, I just want to get out of here."
The dude's like, "Bye-bye."
And, you gotta do what you gotta do first.
Did you all make it to the gig?
That was after the gig.
Sounds like another fine story where no one got hurt.
Again, like at the end of the day,
it's a
everyone gets to their job.
Nice David Spade
It's a cute story, but fast forward 15 years. Rich, David.
Does this shit bug you at all, Jason? Like talking about it or no? Did it years ago? Like when you first, maybe your first year?
No.
It's not like smoking
Not
when
really.
you.
I mean, if I'm around it, I mean, if I've went out and been around people doing coke and stuff, and that bothers me. It just makes me more sick because I see what I was doing, and it's retarded.
Yeah.
Like
Nothing
just
worse.
just
than,
like stories like that, just doing the stupidest stuff, like ending up. And the nights, like, if I was at a club, I just wanted to do drugs all night. So I'd go home with these random people and just be like in the middle of nowheres, like, and then they run out of coke and I want more. Everyone's like going right to sleep. I'd be like, "Man, let's get more." And just like in the middle of the woods, like, "Man, we're going to bed," and I'd be like stuck because I wouldn't know where I was, like an hour from like wherever, you know.
All you cared about was
just
getting
stupid
there,
stuff,
yeah.
and like going 3 in the morning to Elizabeth and the projects and hanging out in shooting galleries with like people nodding out next to you, don't know, and shit. Just
See,
like
when
on
you're
the couch.
when you're copping in New York, it's a little more glamorous. You go to Harlem and stuff. In Jersey, you go to Elizabeth.
But you should. Oh God,
North
so many
and
Shooting
Elizabeth
galleries,
is-
man.
This,
There was one of the
crap.
great. I mean, it was a horrible time, and so glad that it's over. But there were like moments that, in retrospect, are like really hysterical. And there was one of the byproducts was like this weird paranoia that this dude used to get. And we lived in this apartment in Red Bank. And he was dating this chick Stephanie. And one morning I got up, and his room was on the way to the kitchen. I stumble in the kitchen, and I see Mewes laying on the floor outside the door of his room, and the door is cracked open about an inch. And he's staring into the room, and I'm like, "What's up, sir?" And he's like, "Shh," waving the hand and pointing at the room. And I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, just shh." And so I look through the room, and I peer through the crack, and it's like his old lady's in bed sleeping. And so I go to the kitchen. He follows me. I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Pretty sure somebody's under the bed." He's like, "What?" I was like, what are you talking about?" He's like, "I see her lips moving, and I think she's talking to somebody under the bed. I think she snuck some dude in, and she's trying to fuck him."
Holy
But
shit, that is
it was
paranoid.
fucking insane, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird because it wasn't cops or anything like anyone was after me. I was always dating someone. I was like just girl after girl getting high with them, and it got really bad. The worst thing was I was living in Huntington Beach with this girl, and I swear it got to where I'd make her come in the bathroom with me because if I went to the bathroom, I'd swear I'd hear her talking to somebody, and I'd run in and she'd be
Wow.
sitting there watching TV. So, "What's up?" And I'd be like, who's in here? Who are you talking about? She's like, what are you talking about? And it got so bad that I swear I thought that I started sleeping with my legs wrapped around her like this because I swore that she cut a hole in our mattress and there was a dude in there with a hole and he would So I really started going crazy. Shooting crack is not good. It will make you go insane. And I even had
in the mattress.
yeah, like
And some dude would diddle her.
yeah, yeah, it was insane. And like my friend one time came and slept over, a really good friend of mine, and I woke up and he was downstairs and she was right next to me, and I swore like that I heard him running down the stairs and went down and like started a fight with him and was like, get out of my house. And he's like, dude, what's up? He's just sitting on the couch smoking dope and shit.
Trying to just mellow out.
He was.
Fucking lunatic comes running in.
It got really, yeah, I seriously started going like crazy. It
The
was,
hole in the mattress, sir.
That
takes imagination.
really.
Like that is
I bought one of those voice activated recorders and put it under a pillow. So like when I would go to the store and come back, and I swear that I'd play the tape and I'd hear her on the tape to people.
Like all
And
cracky.
I'd have one of my friends listen to it and they'd be like, dude, we hear nothing but air.
I want to do this shit sober. I want one of those things.
You'd hear like
Fucking
things.
accuse her.
You'd hear things in the hissing.
Yeah, like it just was like.
It's like, what is
I
that movie,
couldn't
White
understand what was
Noise?
going on.
Wow,
but
yeah, white
Little
noise.
EMP and shit.
We diddle you through the mattress tonight.
It's a message from space, and it's Hitler. Here's the fucking contact.
Wow. Man, those stories.
That is
Yeah, it
some
was bad.
paranoia. I've been through people at my house when we used to me and my brother used to deal just to support what we were doing.
What
We
did
never
you
really
deal?
did a lot. Coke, people would come over and we'd freebase and stuff and sell coke so we can get some. You cut it up, you
Right.
get some good stuff, you cut it up, sell it, and then snort the good stuff or smoke it. And people would come to the house. It was like 3 a.m. and you get a knock on the door, and there was a guy standing there once with a big water jug from water cooler full of pennies. Just going, dude, man, I don't even know how much is in here, but I know it's more than you're asking for. And like,
Didn't you just say that? Like, didn't you say 10 minutes ago you're too scared to do anything? Like, go pick up a kilo.
hey,
but you're selling
I didn't
crack?
sell it. My brother was.
This motherfucker's like, I won't pick up a kilo, but I'll sling rock.
I won't pick it up.
People could
It's
die
in my house. No, my brother was dealing, but he was living in the same house. Like I wouldn't be busted too, and we were all doing it. We were all doing it.
How much did the pennies turn out to be?
It was, I don't know, whatever was in it. We didn't take it. As a matter of fact, told the guy, just get the fuck out of here.
That
Bring
seemed like
real
a
money.
pretty sweet deal.
Bring
Yeah.
real money.
Yeah.
It might have been more. It might have been less. We couldn't do the math. It was like a jelly bean fucking thing. How many jelly
You
beans
need
are in
like
here?
Goodwill Hunting in that moment.
But the paranoia,
Point Star.
the paranoia that you would get, there would be people that would come over and just constantly opening the curtains and going, dude, what is that? What? Like the constant paranoia.
Yeah.
And then we used to, like, our freezer was full of those pretzels that you put in the oven and
Super pretzels,
yeah,
nice
yeah.
pretzels.
Yeah.
But the salt would get on the floor, and by the end of the night, like 3 guys would be crawling around with pretzel salt in the pipe. No, man, I know I dropped this before. And there's fucking smoking pretzel salt.
It just
Like
smells so bad.
anything white or something that they would pick up off the carpet was something, and they would rather smoke it and see if it was a freebase or coke.
Yeah.
I was doing coke, and I'm sitting at my mother's house, and I don't know where I just used to sleep on the floor when she let me in, and I'm fucking so high on crack and coke, and I'm drinking, and I think I saw a mouse, right? So I'm like in my underwear, and I put plates of peanut butter around the house because I thought it was a rat. And I wanted to sit there, and I'm sitting there like all fucked up. I'm gonna catch a rat in the house, I'm just, like I got like a fucking hammer in my hand.
Paranoid of rodents.
Rodents. Well, I
And
thought I
most
saw it.
people, it's cops, and some people are diddling their girls through holes in a mattress. That is the best paranoia story I've ever heard. Bro.
That's right
Meanwhile,
up there.
the plate of peanut butter, you fucking hear something on it. You look over, it's Kevin Smith. I'm just like, free fucking peanut butter?
Doing, man.
It's awesome.
Kevin Smith's in my house.
But he won't eat it. He's just like rubbing the hole in his asshole. Which is,
Can you look at this?
Hey, we should take a break.
All right.
I mean, thanks for the listen. That's some unbelievable
God.
shit.
Were you ever a drug guy? I was never a drug guy.
Not really, man.
And I like weed is the
you,
toughest thing I've ever done. Well, maybe we smoked hash once at Quick Stuff, which is essentially kind of a weed.
Hash, yeah.
But I never,
a little pot,
weed
little
extra
hash.
though, man.
I went through the coke thing, but nothing
I
too
never
crazy.
did that either. Len Bias, when his heart fucking exploded.
Yeah, that kind of.
I remember reading that in high school. I was like,
right?
I'll never touch coke in my life.
I did it for about maybe 2 years, and then it got to the point where I was like, this is really bad for you, you know? And then like years later, like 10 years later, you go into a bar and see somebody that you used to do coke with, and they're there, go like, Aaron, what's up? You want to fucking go in the bathroom? And their mouth is like grinding away, and their eyes darting back and forth, and you're like, dude, what? Still fucking doing this?
How are they not
You
dead?
insane? Yeah, how are you not? I could have done it for 10 more fucking years.
Right. You're like,
son of a
why'd I
bitch.
quit so early? I bet you quit.
Right. Yeah, Jesus.
Hey, this is Jim Norton. If you like the material you just heard, check out the photos and videos from it on opieandanthony.com.